The years-long dispute over a landfill expansion in Tontitown saw another development today. A Washington County judge has rejected the city's latest effort to block that project. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach was in the courtroom today and talked to city leaders about their concerns.
I'm outside the Washington County Courthouse where Judge John Threet rejected Tontitown's appeal Friday morning. The city has been fighting to stop Waste Management from expanding the landfill based on multiple concerns for residents.
Judge Threet denied our permit appeals on the Class 1 and Class 4 expansion of the eco-vista Tontitown landfill. We had issues relating to public involvement, municipal control over matters in their area, and also some factual issues regarding emergency response, fire, and groundwater modeling and monitoring.
Tontitown City Attorney Ross Nolan says those issues directly impact both residents and local leaders who want more say in what happens within city limits.
Each of those issues pertains to the residents of Tontitown, both their ability for their elected officials to influence and have input on the decisions and the land use in the municipal area, and then also the human health and environment element related to fire, safety, and groundwater in the area.
Tontitown Mayor Angela Russell says the state is not doing enough to address the community's safety concerns at the landfill.
And I feel like that this is being overlooked on the state level, and that is my opinion. And I think there should be more emphasis on the health of the citizens, on the things that are going on at the landfill. For instance, the fires. There was one, as you know, just a few weeks ago, and it is detrimental to our community. We need to get things in place in order to be safe.
Russell says the best outcome would be to close the landfill altogether.
The very best outcome would be for them to close the landfill down, find other alternatives for trash, and respect the citizens of Tontitown.
The most important reason for Mayor Russell to protect her city's residents.
I absolutely do think this is a health issue. This is the whole entire city problem, as well as the other communities around us, because it is continuing to get worse.
Mayor Russell says that regardless of what happens, the city of Tontitown will move forward together. In Washington County, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
Thanks, Claire. 5 News also reached out to attorneys representing eco-vista Waste Management, but did not hear back. Developing tonight, we're learning 2 people were killed in a single car crash in Madison County. Happened off Highway 45 and Highway 8300 near Clifty. Arkansas State Police say Alita Prado from Springdale was driving with a minor when the car veered off the road and turned over. We'll keep you updated with any new information on this on our website, 5newsonline.com. 11 people were taken into custody across the state today as part of an initiative from the Department of Justice and the FBI. The investigation started in 2023 and targeted meth and fentanyl distributors in and around Mountain Home in Baxter County. The Washington and Benton County Sheriff's Office alongside Springdale Police helped make arrests today. All 11 suspects are expected to appear in front of a judge in Fayetteville on Tuesday. Well, the recently hired CEO for Experience Fayetteville has now been placed on administrative leave. Ryan Hawk has been the city's tourism director for about a month and a half. City's Advertising and Promotion Commission met in executive sessions today and yesterday for 6 hours. They voted unanimously to put Hawk on leave pending the outcome of what they call an internal personnel matter. A city commissioner did not give a reason for the decision. Well, the Fayetteville man convicted of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence is facing nearly half a century behind bars. 5 News reporter Bo Russell has been in the courtroom for that entire trial and brings us the latest.
Jason Lawson has been sentenced to 47 years in prison for stabbing and killing his roommate Benjamin Martin in June of last year. Lawson claimed during the trial that he was defending himself, saying Martin was trying to hit him with a hammer. I asked Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter how often self-defense arguments are used in these kinds of cases.
Self-defense is actually a defense that doesn't come up all that often. A handful of times in the 20 years I've been doing this, I've dealt with self-defense cases. In this case, the only real evidence they had of self-defense were the defendant's own words. And he gave a number of different stories to the police and then gave a different story yet when he was on the stand yesterday.
Lawson's story, which was his only defense, was impossible to corroborate because there weren't any witnesses to the stabbing.
Anytime you have a case that doesn't have witnesses, it's challenging because you're relying on physical evidence and circumstantial evidence. There's nothing wrong with having circumstantial evidence. The thing about circumstantial evidence is it doesn't change its story, it doesn't lie, it is what it is. And the evidence in this case, both circumstantial and direct, showed that the defendant, Mr. Lawson, murdered the victim in this case.
During the trial, prosecutors argued that Lawson lied multiple times to investigators and told the jury he likely lied under oath as well. I asked Carter if Lawson could face perjury charges.
Ultimately, it is a jury's decision to decide whether somebody is telling the truth or not telling the truth. My best guess is they didn't believe what he was saying based upon their verdict and their sentence.
Carter says that the jury's sentence leaves no possibility of parole for Lawson.
He shall do 100% of that time, so he will be in prison until he has completed that entire 47 years.
After a lengthy trial, Carter said he is proud of his team and that their work has made the community safer.
I'm very, very proud of the work of the deputy prosecutors in this office. Jonathan Dixon and Corey Anderson did an excellent job trying the case for the state of Arkansas, and I'm always impressed with the Fayetteville Police Department whenever they work on any case that we have in this jurisdiction. The folks that live in this area should be proud of the people that are representing them and the people that are keeping them safe.
The jury deliberated for only a little over 2 hours yesterday before finding Lawson guilty. I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Thanks, Bo. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says Arkansas is taking steps to crack down on contraband cell phones inside prisons. Officials say these phones are being used to coordinate violent crimes. This announcement came alongside FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, Senator Tom Cotton, and Attorney General Tim Griffin after a tour at the Varner unit where thousands of illegal cell phones have been confiscated. Cotton has been a lead sponsor of a bill in Congress pushing to allow prisons to install jamming equipment. And the FCC is set to vote on a plan to do so later this month.
And I'm pleased that we've reached the point because we have a president, President Trump, who's dedicated to law and order, and a FCC chairman in Brendan Carr, who is going to drive that agenda forward to allow our state prisons and jails to use new, modern, cutting-edge technology.
The FCC's proposal would create a framework for prisons to work with wireless carriers to block illegal phone activity while protecting nearby residents' signals. The vote is set for September 30th. In Northwest Arkansas, the push for more affordable housing is getting a boost. A new 89-unit community is opening in Fayetteville, aiming to give people a more budget-friendly place to live. The Federal Home Loan Bank of Dallas and Arvest Bank held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Cobblestone Community Farm. Cobblestone holds mainly 3- and 4-bedroom units, but also has some smaller ones. State Senator Jim Petty says the low rent prices will make a big difference.
Not sure what market rent is here in Northwest Arkansas. I know it's significantly more than what we're charging here. Our rents range from approximately $373 for a 1-bedroom to our most expensive right now is a 4-bedroom single family, which is $753.
Petty says the development will support NWA households that are making less than $50,000 a year.